Hello dear friends, welcome to the lecture of ordinary differential equations. We are studying linear differential equations with constant coefficients, and in that we are studying short methods to find particular integrals. And this is the fifth method that we shall see to find particular integral of f of d over y is equal to x into v. F of d y is equal to x into v, where x is any function of v is where v is any function of x. So this must be v. This function on right side, v is any function of x, and that is multiplied by x. Now we shall obtain a formula for this. We have x into dv, or d of x into v. So we shall obtain the derivative of this function, d of x into v. X into v, both are functions of x, and therefore we should use the product rule for derivative. This gives first function x as it is, derivative of v. D stands for derivative of v, plus. Now derivative of x, that is 1 into derivative of v, dv. So first function x into derivative of v plus derivative of x, that is 1, and into v will be as it is. See, 1 into v, using product rule of derivative, by product rule. And now further the second order derivative will be d square xv is equal to derivative of this, and that is again using the product rule for this. First function x as it is, derivative of dv, that is d square v, plus derivative of plus the derivative of x into dv, that is dv as it is, and this will be again derivative of v. So that will be 2 times dv. You should check it. We have used the product rule again for this differentiation of this x into derivative of dv, that is d square d of dv, that is d square v, and plus derivative of x, that is 1 dv as it is. So that is plus dv, and then derivative of this is dv. So this dv plus dv is 2 dv, and likewise d cube xv will be equal to, again if you differentiate this using the product rule, that will be x derivative of d square v, d of d square v, d cube v, plus first function's derivative is x is 1, and that is d square v, plus now it is 2 dv, its derivative d of dv is d square v. So this is dv plus 2 dv, that will be 3 times dv, or we should say d square v. It is 3 times d square v. Derivative of dv, d of dv is d square v, 2 times dv, d square v, and this is 1 times. So this is 3 d square v, and so on. This can be continued, and we will have d power n x into v is equal to x d power n v plus, and this will be as we see d cube, it is 3d square, and therefore it is n d power n minus 1. If the power is n, then it will be n d power n minus 1. D square, it is 2 d power 1, and so v. And therefore we have this nth derivative of x into v is equal to x nth derivative of v plus n d power n minus 1 of v. And thus if we can write, therefore this or otherwise this can be written as further, that is, this can be written as d power n x into v is equal to, we keep this as it is, x d power n v plus, and what is this is the derivative of d power n, and that is derivative with respect to d by d of d power n operated on v. Now you see, what is the derivative of d power n? By power function formula, n into d power n minus 1. So this term is written in this form, and now we can observe that each term is written in d power n. This is d power n x into v is equal to x d power n v plus derivative of d power n over operated over V. And thus if we can replace this d power n as any function of d, and in general we shall write that as f of d. Therefore we can write, therefore we have, see this we shall write f of d power n in place of any function of d. This is true for all values of n, d square, d cube, etc. we have seen here, and thus this will be true for any function of d operated on x into v is equal to x f of d into v plus, and this is the derivative of d power n means derivative of f of d, and that we should write f dash of d, derivative of f of d. D power n we are assuming as f of d and its derivative is f dash of d, that is yes, in operated on v. Now we shall suppose this as relation 1 or equation 1, and in this equation we shall put f of d into v is equal to v1. Put f of d v is equal to v1, and therefore from this v will be 1 upon f of d into v1, where v1 is since v is a function, v is any function of x, v1 will also be any function of x. So since v is a function of x or is any function of x, v1 is any function of x, and substituting these in relation 1. So substituting these in these two relations in 1, we get, now see this is f of d x into v. The value of v is 1 by f of d into v1. So that will be f of d x into v. V is 1 upon f of d into v1 is equal to x. F of d into v is to be written as v1. So right side is, first term is x into v1. We are putting the value of v and f of d into v1. V value we have substituted as 1 upon f of d into v1, and f of d into v is written as v1. So f dash of plus f dash of what is v? V is again 1 upon f of d operated on v1. So this is the relation we have obtained. Now we shall operate the inverse operator of f of d, that is 1 over f of d, operating 1 upon f of d on both sides. So we get, now see, if you operate 1 by f of d, by definition it is that function which when operated on f of d gives 1. So that means this is these are inverse of each other. So this term cancels, 1 upon f of d into f of d. So that eliminates, and what remains is on the left side is x 1 upon f of d operated on v1 is equal to, here also we have to operate 1 upon f of d. So that will be 1 upon f of d, see, this is x into v1 that we have written, x v1, and here also we have to operate 1 upon f of d, and that I shall write plus 1 upon f of d, f dash of d, again 1 upon f of d operated on v1. So this is the relation that we have obtained. Now what we shall do is we keep this term as it is and shift this term on the left side and then transpose the term sides. That means interchange the sides. Interchanging the sides, and because v1 is a function of any function of x, it can, and v is also any function of x, we can rename v1 as v only. So changing the sides, or we can first write the value of this, that is 1 upon f of d x into v1, and this is equal to this term. This is to be shifted on left side, and that will be x 1 upon f of d v1 minus, and this can be written as, see, f dash d will be the numerator and this is the square of f of d. So that is f dash of d divided by f d whole square and operated on v1. So this is actually the formula that we have obtained, but we can rename v1 as v. So that, and thus the formula will become, renaming, since v1 is function of v, is any function of x, we replace or we rename v1 as v, and therefore we have the formula to be written as 1 upon f of d x into v is equal to x 1 upon f of d operated on v1 minus f dash of d, we are writing v1 as v, minus f dash of d divided by f of d whole square operated on v. So this is our formula. This is the formula that we have obtained for 1 upon f of d operated on x into v. So that gives the particular integral of this type of function. Now we have to remember the formula, and where v is any function of x. For example, we can write as how to use the formula. So this is 1 upon f of d x into, say, sine x, that v is x, sine x, and therefore it will be first x 1 upon f of d and v is sine x minus f dash of d divided by f of d whole square operated on sine x. So this is the meaning, how to use the formula. And f of d may be any function, that can be d square plus 1 or d square plus 3d plus 5, etc. And that here it is the derivative of this f of d, which is, we have written f dash of d. Thus we have obtained a formula. Now we shall solve problems depending on it. Now we shall solve problems on the formula that just we have obtained. So I have written here few problems. See, the first is d square y by dx square plus 4y is equal to x sin x, and we shall solve this first. The given differential equation is, I write in short, the given d is in capital D notation. We shall write this is d square plus 4 operated on y is equal to x sin x, x into sin x, and we now write the auxiliary equation of this. The auxiliary equation is d square plus 4 is equal to 0, or that gives d square is equal to minus 4. Therefore this is d square is minus 4, and that can be written as, say, 4 is 2 square and minus 1 is I square, so 2i whole square, and therefore d is plus minus 2i, and thus the CF is, the complementary function will be because the roots are complex and real part is 0. So therefore the two roots will be C1 cos 2x plus C2 sin 2x. So these are the two roots that we shall obtain. This is the CF. Now we shall find out the particular integral. Now Pi is particular integral from this equation. We can see this is to be operated on this side, inverse function 1 upon d square plus 4 operated on x sin x. So Pi is 1 upon d square plus 4 x into sin x. Now here we have to use the formula that we have obtained using this formula. So what is the formula we have? 1 upon f of d. So using this formula, 1 upon f of d operated on v is equal to x into v. It is operated on x into v, and this is x 1 upon f of d operated on v minus f dash of d divided by f of d whole square operated on v. So this is the formula that we have to use, and therefore this will be equal to see x, this function x is the to be written first 1 upon f of d. F of d means d square plus 4, and 1 upon f of d means 1 upon d square plus 4, and this is operated on v. So this is our function v. V is sin x and x is separate, x into v. So v means sin x operated on sin x minus f dash of d. What is f of d? See, by comparison, f of d is d square plus 4, and its derivative f dash of d means derivative of d square plus 4, and that is 2d. So this will be 2d divided by d square plus 4. So and its square, f of d is d square plus 4, its whole square operated on v. V is again sin x. So thus we have written the particular integral in this form 1 upon d square plus 4 operated on x sin x, and using this formula it is first x 1 upon d square plus 4 operated on sin x, v is sin x minus derivative of this, that is d square plus 4, which is f dash d, and that is 2d here, divided by square of f of d, that is the square of d square plus 4 operated on sin x. And so we should use the formula that we have obtained here correctly by comparison. V is sin x, and now further it is to be evaluated using the earlier formula also. So this is x. Now what is 1 upon d square plus 4 operated on sin x? Here sin ax means a is 1, and d square is to be replaced by minus a square, means minus 1 square. So here we replace d square by minus 1 square and plus 4, minus 1 square, minus sign is separate, operated on sin x, minus this is 2d as it is, and here also we can replace d square by minus 1 square plus 4 and its whole square over sin x. So replacing here, replacing d square, that is the formula we have earlier derived and used, replacing d square by minus 1 square for trigonometric function 1 upon phi of d square operated on sin ax gives phi of minus a square. Minus a square means here a is 1 and minus 1 square, and that further can be evaluated as x. So this is minus 1 plus 4. So it will not be plus 1, minus sign is separate, minus 1 plus 4 is 3. So it is x by 3 sin x, x by 3 into sin x, and next is minus. This is minus 1 plus 4, it is 3. 3 square is 9. So we write 2 by 9 d of sin x, and d of sin x means derivative of sin x, and that is cos x. See, d of sin x, d stands for derivative. So this much is the particular integral. Thus we have obtained the particular integral. Now we can write the general solution. Therefore the general solution is CF plus PI. Y is equal to CF plus PI, particular integral, or that is, what is the CF? C1 cos 2x, C1 cos 2x plus C2 sin 2x, and next is it is plus x by 3 sin x minus 2 by 9 cos x. So this gives the general solution, and thus we have solved the first problem. Now we shall consider the solution for the second one. The second problem is d square y by dx square minus y is equal to x square cos x. So I shall write the solution here, solution for second. The given differential equation is, in d notation we shall write is d square minus 1 operated on y. This is d square minus 1 operated on y is equal to x square cos x, and from this we shall write the auxiliary equation. The auxiliary equation is d square minus 1 is equal to 0, or that means d square is equal to 1, or therefore d is equal to 1 and minus 1, and this gives the CF. Thus CF is, complementary function is C1 e power x plus C2 e power minus x. So we have obtained the CF. Now what we want to find is the particular integral, but here you see particular integral will be 1 over d square minus 1 operated on x square cos x. Here is the term in second power of x square cos x, but we have the formula for 1 upon fd x into v. So if we want to use the same formula, then we have to use the formula in succession 2 times, because this x square cos x will have to be used first, written as x cos x, and then again we have to multiply. That means we can find out the particular integral of 1 upon d square minus 1 x cos x, and then again we have to multiply. Obtaining this, we have to use the formula 2 times to get the particular integral of x into x cos x. So that will be somewhat complicated, and for that purpose we shall use another method for such type of functions on the right side, whenever the power of x is greater than 1 or 2 or higher powers. So without using this formula, this can be used, but say it will be having more steps, and it will be convenient to use another method. So that method I shall write as a note here, to obtain, or yes, to obtain 1 upon f of d of x power m cos x, or ax, maybe cos x, or x power m sin x of this, where m is greater than 1, or general we can say it is cos ax and this is sin ax. Here a is 1, so it is only cos x. To obtain 1 upon f of d of x power m cos x or x power m sin x, it may be cos or sin, this term is the same, where m is greater than 1, means m is 2, 3, etc. We use the method which is dependent on Euler's formula. So what is the Euler formula for expression e power ax, that is e power iax. Euler formula is e power iax is equal to cos ax plus I sin ax. This is the Euler formula, and therefore what will be cos ax? Cos ax will be real part of this expression, means real part of e power iax. And what is sin ax? Sin ax is imaginary part of the right side, means imaginary part of the left side. So cos AX, therefore cos AX is real part of e power IAX, and sin AX is equal to imaginary part of e power IAX. So in this way we can express these functions, and that we will be x power m cos AX will be real part of x power m e power IAX. And what about this expression x power m sin AX? That will be imaginary part of x power m. Sin AX means imaginary part of e power IAX, and cos AX means real part of e power IAX. So that is to be remembered and to be used. Now we shall find out the particular integral of this equation. Now particular integral is Pi is equal to 1 upon, see, it is 1 upon d square minus 1 of x square cos x, and thus what is cos x? Cos x will be real part of e power Ix. A is here 1. So therefore we write this is equal to real part of 1 upon d square minus 1 of x square e power Ix. A is here 1. So therefore cos x means real part of e power Ix. This word we have written earlier, real part, and therefore this is to be noted. We have converted actually this cos in terms of exponential function using this Euler formula, and that we should note. So cos x will be always real part, and sin term will be imaginary part. So it is real part of 1 upon d square minus 1 x square e power Ix. If it is cos 2x, then this will be x square e power I into 2x. That is to be noted. A is here 1, and thus so the particular CF we have obtained like this, we should remember, and further that can be evaluated. This is equal to real part. Now I shall write in short real part as Rp. Real part of. So what is the real part of 1 upon d square minus 1 and x square e power Ix. So for this we should use the earlier formula. What is the earlier formula? E power Ax into E, and that formula is to be used. See, using this formula, 1 upon f of d e power Ax into V, or x into we have that as a e power Ax into V, and this is equal to, first is e power Ax, and 1 upon this d becomes function of d becomes function of d plus a. This formula is the method 4th we have studied and derived, and we have solved the problems on it also and operated on V. So use this formula. So what is V here? V here is x square, and what is A here? A is C I, and therefore this will be first is e power Ax, means real part of e power Ix, into 1 upon this f of d becomes f of d plus a. What is a here? A is I, e power Ax, a is I, and therefore d is to be replaced by d plus a, means d plus I. So therefore this will be d plus I whole square minus 1 operated on V, and what is V here is function of x, that is x square. See, you please note this, how we have converted this result in which was originally in terms of cos as exponential function, and then we have used this formula. Now further this is equal to a real part of e power Ix. Further we should evaluate it, and that this can be expanded, d plus I whole square, that will be d square d square plus 2id and plus I square. I square means minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, that will be minus 2. And this is operated on x square, and that is further real part of e power ix 1 upon. Now we have this as a algebraic function or power function, and therefore we should express this function as 1 plus minus function of d, and for that purpose we take this constant term common, and that I shall write minus 2 common, and in bracket now we write this term first, that is 1, and this term is to be divided by minus 2, and therefore because minus sign is taken common, so that will be minus d square plus 2id divided by 2. See, this is the denominator we have expressed in this form, 1, either 1 plus function of d or 1 minus function of d, taking this constant term common, and you can check the value is the same, minus 2, and this minus becomes plus, this 2 cancels, and d square plus 2id is the same. So it is written in this form, particularly operated on x square. Now this is real part of e power ix, and this 1 minus 1 by 2 we keep as it is separate, and this function is to be written as 1 minus d square plus 2id divided by 2 whole raised to minus 1 operated on x square. And now we expand that, and that can be written as real part of. So this is equal to real part of this, I shall write minus e power ix divided by 2, and this expansion we shall write as 1. Where the formula is this one, using this formula 1 minus x power minus 1, that is 1 plus x square and plus etc. x cube plus so on. So this is the formula we have seen earlier by binomial expansion, and thus this can be used here to get the expression further. That is 1 here, and what is x? X is this term, that is 1 plus d square plus 2id divided by 2, it is x, plus square of that is d square plus 2id divided by 2 whole square, etc., plus so on, and that is operated on x square. So this is operated on x square, and now that using this result is used further, that is equal to real part of minus e power ix divided by 2, and you see in this expansion the power of x is 2, and therefore we need the terms of up to d square, because higher order derivative of x square will be 0. Second order derivative of x square is a constant, that is 2, and cubic derivative d cube etc. will be 0. So therefore we write the terms of d square up to d square, that is 1 plus, and this is d square by 2 plus id, d square by 2 plus id, and next is, you see, expansion of this d square square, that will be d power 4. Middle term is 4id cube, again cubic power of d, and we neglect that term, and only the last term is 2id whole square divided by 2 square, or that is I square d square. This 4 and 4 cancels, so last term we should write as I square d square. You can check it, and only this much operated on x square. We write neglecting the powers of d, powers of d greater than 2. And now that is real part of minus e power ix divided by 2, into bracket. See, this is to be operated. These are to be operated on x square. So 1 into x square, that is x square, plus d square of x square. D of x square is 2x, and d square of x square will be derivative of 2x, that is 2. So it is d square x square is 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1. Yes, and plus I d of x square. D of x square means 2x, derivative of x square, I into 2x, and plus I square is minus 1, and d square of x square is 2 only. So it is minus 2. You should check it, since d square x square is equal to 2, d of x square is equal to 2x, and thus real part of this is equal to minus e power ix divided by 2, and into bracket. We simplify this and see 1 minus 2 is minus 1, so it is x square minus 1 plus 2ix, or I into 2x, and we want to get the real part of this expression, complex expression. So for that purpose we can multiply these two, and but before that we should put the value of e power ix. So resubstitute this value of e power ix in terms of sine and cos. So we have the formula as cos x plus I sin x. This is, and divided by 2, and it is multiplied by x square minus 1 plus I into 2x. So thus this can be multiplied together to get the real part, and you see this is equal to real part of see, the expression is, it is minus half x multiplied by x square minus 1. So that is minus half x square minus 1 into cos x, and you see again I into I is minus 1, and that will be minus see 2 minus 2, and this minus 1 by 2 cancels. So it is plus x sin x. These are the real parts you can verify, and the remaining is the imaginary part, that is I product of this cos 2x into this, that is minus I x cos x, and the product of these two, that is plus it is actually minus I by 2 sin x into x square minus 1. So but these are the imaginary parts. We have actually written the expression in real part separate and imaginary part separate. You should verify by multiplication. So actually the real part will be this much only, and thus this is equal to minus half x square minus 1 cos x plus x sin x. This is the real part, and this is what is the particular integral. So thus the particular integral is obtained. Now we write the general solution, and therefore the general solution is y is equal to cf plus pi. The general solution is CF we have written earlier, that is C1 e power x plus C2 e power minus x, and this is pi. I shall write this term x sin x first, and minus half x square minus 1. So into cos x is there. So this is the solution, general solution of the given differential equation. So you go through the steps again and try to understand. We have used a different method to obtain the particular integral of this rather than the formula, direct formula, because so this is convenient. If you use the formula in succession, we can get that also, but it is somewhat lengthy. So therefore we have used this method. So first problem we have solved using the direct formula 1 upon fd of x into v, and the second we have used for this. We converted this in terms of exponential function, and then cos means real part and sine will be imaginary part. So now you solve these two problems yourself. It is similar to the first problem, only this is different. The auxiliary equation will be different, right side is the same, and this is the answer for this one. So use the formula for this, that you see the steps we have done. And for this second, use the method of this. So instead of cos, here it is sin x, and sin x will be imaginary part of e power ix. You do that much change and get the solution for the second equation also. So I have written the answers here. You can verify the answers. So thank you for watching this lecture.